Pacwest, 9.5% drop in deposits over the last week. And this is one of those things where if the name is in the news enough and you start to scare people, as people were scared about their deposits last time, they run out and they start pulling the stuff out of the bank. And this was the same problem that persisted with some of the previous ones. When a company like Pacwest, which is a microcap bank, last Friday had more volume that day than Apple the day after Apple, there's a problem in the market. So this is currently trading at 4.5. I was selling puts on this as the stock was moving higher, back up to $7.50. I got out of the $3 puts. I still think it's an interesting risk-reward trade to be selling a spread between $1 and $2 if this thing survives. I think it should survive. But once again, we are kind of willing ourselves into a banking crisis. And there's no regulators. They're just sending out very sternly worded letters right now saying that they're going to investigate short sellers. Okay, fine, but what is happening? Like, I don't understand where Yellen is. I don't understand where Powell is. I don't understand where anybody is. And as I've said multiple times, this is a crisis of confidence in leadership. Nobody wants to step up and actually get out there and calm this thing down. That's their job. It's frustrating. So that's where I sit at 8:38 on Friday morning.
Janet Yellen, please report to your duties. Janet Yellen, we need you right now.
You need someone to stand up and say, Jerome Powell, get out.
Yes. Because the cream rises to the top.
Gary, she DM'd me right after I entered her, and she was like, I have no idea who y'all are comparing me to. Right? That was my exact reaction.
Wow, Ryan.
Voz, what I like about that is Voz either knows something like 100% or knows absolutely nothing about it. Nothing. So she's like, Legend of Zelda, and we'll tell you everything about the Legend of Zelda. And then you bring up the other best part of the 1980s, which was Macho Man Randy Savage. Zero clue.
No. But I will know after this weekend. All right. But Garrett, going back to that. So I'm confused. Do you think this Pacwest business is being blown out of proportion, or is there some sort of trouble that they're in?
Look, there's better analysts in banking than I am. And Janney came out right after this and said that the stock was worth $12.50. They'll likely revise that. You're going to see a lot of chop in this. And again, logic is completely out the window. It doesn't matter. I keep saying it. Like, I spent all this time studying all of these, fundamental metrics over my career, and they're completely out the window right now. This is a trader's market. This is something that, it doesn't matter what my analysis is of Pacwest. Just trade the price move. Just do what Kenny does. Trade VWAP. Keep it on your list. If it hits that second standard deviation band, buy it, set your risk, and trade it that way. Literally, don't pay any attention to the analysis. Just trade the momentum and the price of it.
Okay. I'm down with that. That's fine by me. Andrew, let's bring you in here. Are you seeing any trades in the banking sector to cash in on with this added volatility?
I just wanted to add for, hopefully my mic is on.
Yeah,
the Pacwest vol is like, I call it soup Nazi vol. Remember in Seinfeld when they no soup for you?
Yeah.
Vol is so high in there. It's like 300% that the market makers are just saying, screw everybody. We're going to make everything so expensive you don't want to trade it. And that's kind of the pricing right now. So you could buy, I think Pacwest is $4.50, and to buy a straddle like a month out, buying a call, buying a put, like I don't know where the stock is going. It costs as much as the stock. So the traders have just thrown their hands up and just made vol really expensive. And so I think Garrett's idea where you just kind of sell some spreads it's a good idea. So that's as far as trading that particular stock goes. They're making it, the market is basically saying what Garrett said. We don't know what the heck is going on. And, the sky is yellow and the sun is blue kind of stuff.
I feel like we know what's going on, but trading it is a completely different story than the actual story.
And then for like overall banking, I think it's hard to catch a leg up with the banks at this point. So normally, if you think something's going to rip, you buy a call. And right now, the calls are, I think, kind of pricey. So what you have is a longer period of basically uncertainty. And the best kind of trade for that is just like a 1x2 put spread. So funky broken wing butterfly. So you just sell the downside juice, because you think things are going to get better eventually, but you do it in a risk controlled way. And that's, so you buy one, sell two, take in a credit, and you see what happens. And I think that's because you're not going to get, it's not going to resolve itself tomorrow. I mean, maybe it will, right? The FDIC might wake up and do something. The Fed might do something. It almost feels like this is an engineered crush for the regional banks. Like, I don't get why you would not want to get out in front of this as, the Treasury or FDIC or anybody. It's like, it's bizarro land. Like, they're unnecessarily, remember in 2008, they basically said, hey, you can't short these stocks anymore. Right. And like at this point, and I'm generally that's not my favorite thing to do, but, I feel like this is being an engineered crush. And if they did that again, just to scare the crap out of the shorts, I don't think that would be a terrible thing. At least threaten it, right? You don't have to do it. You just have to say we might do it. And then all the guys that are really short these things or being, aggressively selling them, they might think twice because they don't want to be caught in that upside squeeze. So it's definitely of that, of that feeling. And they're just kind of crushing Main Street. I mean, unnecessarily, because it's one of those things too, where there's now no natural buyers really of these stocks anymore because nobody knows what's going on. So if you're aggressively shorting something, you always have the weight on the sell side, and there's the buy side is light, and they're just going to keep, every uptick is going to be met with a short sale. And that just puts a lot of, downside pressure. And I just, I remember trading those days where you're like, okay, I would love an uptick to sell. And there isn't one. So, and I think that's what it is. So you have this sort of self-fulfilling prophecy with these stocks. And I think, I think this is a good time to see some leadership out of the Treasury or FDIC or something like that. But as of right now, what did Garrett just say? Strongly worded letters are being sent out, strongly worded.
Exactly.